what's up? This is a new deck profile. This time is Madolche. So yeah, Madolche is still pretty much a rogue deck at this point. Like, people won't expect it, but it still ends on a board that's pretty like annoying to break, and like you're gonna have to break it, and if they don't, they're just gonna OTK you. So like, without further ado, let's show you the deck profile. So I think the most important thing here is that you have 3 Madolches. So this is the Stratos for the deck. They all the Madolche cards have the same effect, that if they're sent to the graveyard, they could just they're just shuffled back into the deck. So that part's really nice, and it activates effects of other cards. So I think the best normal summon in the game is Angeli. So Angeli, you tribute herself to special summon a Madolche card. Yeah, and they can't be destroyed by battle. So that part's the nice part, because until the next turn, sorry. That part's the nice part because like you could end on Hoot Cake on defense mode, and you could have Glass Souffle. So that way it can't be destroyed by battle, or it is not affected by card effects. So that way you have your follow-up ready to go and win. So we got 3 Princess Tour, Madolche Princess Tour. So pretty much you special summon this when you have no monsters in your graveyard, sorry. And you can special summon another Madolche. So this card is really, really good also. The special summon from hand is very nice. And yeah, this is a really great extender. So we got ourselves 2 Message Gelatos. Some people opt to play 1, but if you draw this, dude, it's the break of your deck. If you draw this, like, it really sucks if you draw this 1. So I'd rather have 2. That way you could just cycle these out. They search a spell and trap. It's not once per turn. So, like, that's the great part about it. So it gets you to your field spell, your equip spell, your Salon. Salon's really freaking good in this deck. Let's see. So we got ourselves 2 Hoot Cakes. 2 is enough. Angeli gets you 2 Hoot Cake. Hoot Cake, you need a card engrave to banish to special summon a Madolche. You 9 times out of 10 summon Medicine Gelato, because Medicine Gelato, you need a beast to activate its effect. So that's like the perfect way to get him out. And we got ourselves this chick, Madolche Princess. So this card's really good also. It's honestly another break in the deck. This is the hard break though. So yeah, it gets you to your fucking chocolate emote. So yeah, it gets you their effects and gets you to pop off. What I like about this deck is that it's able to play around it, and by just summoning 4 monsters, and that'll be fine usually. So let's get the spells and traps out of the way. Salon ticket, 2 Pronomate. So Salon gives you an additional normal, and if a card's sent from the from the grave to the deck, it's just shuffled into the deck, you could just set a Madolche spell or trap. So like, this card's extremely good. You just need 1, it's searchable, and you play the Sylvan Core, the Earth Fairy guys, so like you don't really need it like that. But if you do play without it, I suggest you play more than 1. I would say 3 is good. Chateau just shuffles your Madolche cards to the deck from grave. They all gain 500 attack and defense, and any card that's sent from the grave to deck goes to hand. Not every card, sorry, every monster. So you could reuse hand traps, which, I mean, I'm only playing 2. But like, that's because you want to have your card always live, your Princess. And yeah, and this card, Pronomate, is pretty much a negate, a face-up negate, any card, not just monster. So you could play around like evenly, Nibiru, no, not Nibiru, Dark Ruler, like you could just negate their stuff and you'll be fine. So here the Earth Fairies, I call them Earth Fairies. Their names are really hard to pronounce. This card out here searches herself, the Earth Fairy archetype, and you could special summon from grave your cards. So this is really nice. This is your best one for this deck specifically, because this searches an Earth Fairy, and you could search Angeli and fucking Princess and shit. So like, this gets you to your engine better. So you could discard this and another card to search this, and you could search this and discard another card to get another card. So I personally play 2 of this. Some people opt to play 1, but like I think 2 is like the correct ratio for this. Especially because I'm not playing Prosperity. I find a hard time making room for it. So like, yeah, this is like the way to go. Because you play a lot of engine in it, so like you're gonna Prosperity for another engine, like it makes no sense. Like I'd rather play Small World at that point. So for non-engine cards, 1 Pranker Tops, 3 Fenrirs. So you can search this off Small World. You can search all this stuff from Small World because they're all Earth attributes besides the Orange Light. And most importantly, like it's Fenrir and Pranker Tops. Like they're extremely good cards. A quick effect pop and a banish face down is like always good to have. And let's see, I played 2 Orange Lights. 3 is too cloggy, I think. But 2, it's enough because you play fairies too. So like you could discard them and the fairies, and you could like negate Nibiru, negate Ash, negate whoever you need to negate. And it is very like versatile on that front. And you could also search it with Small World. Speaking of Small World, boom, boom, boom. I prefer Small World in this type of variant over like something like Pot. I mean, like your extra deck is like not tight like that, but you're already getting engine out, right? No matter what, you're gonna search engine with Prosperity because this has so much engine and you're playing so much engine in this deck. So like to get to your non-engine, like you could use this to search like your Herald or your Fenrirs, and then you know like just pop off. Like you don't really have like power spells like that, you know. Maybe besides like Call by the Grave and like Goes in Match. This is like your win condition, like one of your win conditions. This is such a good card. It would have just end like on Goes in Match with like your Earths, because you play nothing but Earths. So, and then you just win off that. And then Call by the Grave just stops hand traps. Because you don't really you don't really draw hand traps. You don't play hand traps in this deck, really. So having Call by the Grave doesn't really hurt you. It just hurts them more, you know? So for the extra deck, I played 3 Glass Soufflés, able to shuffle cards into your opponent's deck. Graveyard 2 deck is really nice. It interrupts with Tier, interrupts with all this stuff, so it's very nice. Unaffected by monster effects makes it really good too. You can just pick a card and then you, like a monster, and you make it unaffected. Chocolate Lamo. This with the level 5 is really, really good. Able to get out your monsters, like, and it's not once per turn either. So if you keep shuffling in from your grave to deck, your Madolches, like you could just keep special summoning and then summoning Messengelato, getting out your spells and traps. Like it's really good. So Queen Tiramisu, this card's incredibly good. Non-targeting removal is very nice, and yeah. Let's see. So here we got Dweller, we got Flare Meadow. I don't think you need Zeus in this deck. I know it sounds crazy, but you shouldn't have to. You have Queen Tiramisu to out their boards, and then like you're able to summon enough for you to OTK anyways. And this card's just literally just for time, because you could discard your Fenrirs and special another Fenrir and make Flare Meadow, and then from there is like, oh, are they gonna activate something with like a minute left? You know, like it's very nice to have. So for the links, I played 2 of this. The chick locks you into Madolches, so having this is really nice. The protection, just protecting himself, just sending 2 Madolche cards from your grave to deck is very nice, and like it's just nice overall. One of this is just utility, just in case you need it, and like it's just in case you got an access code. So yeah. That's basically it. This is still a fun deck to play. I enjoy playing it still. It's just that all these other decks are just infinitely better right now. But don't worry. With a bunch of luck and a little bit of magic, you win. Peace out, guys. Peace.